Hey guys, it's your girl Cashley, and I'm back with a pregnancy update. Okay, so yes guys, this is a pregnancy update. I am currently 23 weeks and 6 days, 5 days, because tomorrow's Friday? Yeah, tomorrow's Friday, and I turned 24 weeks on Saturday. So, 24 weeks on Saturday, that's what I'm waiting for, because let me just tell you, this pregnancy has not been the easiest. Like, my pregnancies are normally easy. In the beginning, I didn't have any, I don't have, like, pregnancy symptoms, no, like, throwing up or nothing. I be tired, but, everybody's tired. So, yeah, I didn't really have any pregnancy symptoms in the beginning of my pregnancy. I would say that we went through, like, a lot of things that could be stressors. The reason why I'm telling you guys like everything is because if anybody is going through what I'm going through in their pregnancy, they're going to want to know like everything, because okay, so let me just get to the main thing and then I'll go back. So the main thing at my 20-week checkup, when they did my ultrasound, the baby was healthy, but my amnion and chorion, I believe that's what they're called. Anyways, there's 2 sacs. Normally you think of 1 sac, but there's actually 2, and they fuse. They normally fuse by the time you're 20 weeks. So my sac should have been fused by now. And when they did my ultrasound to find out the gender of the baby, my sacs were not fused. So my doctor was kind of confused because she said she never really seen it before. And there's also specks in my fluid. And with the specks, normally, and when I look it up on the internet, it's I don't want to say it wrong, that little hair stuff on the baby. But the thing about that is that doesn't come until like 30 something weeks. So it's just like, what is that? We don't really know. So she scheduled me for another ultrasound 4 weeks after that, which will be it's gonna be next week, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not sure. But it's kind of, to me, that was far out, because okay, well now I'm gonna go back. Now that you guys know the main issue, I'm gonna go back. So at the beginning of my pregnancy, there was no problems, no symptoms. I did have a lot of stressors. We were moving, and I was kind of in an uncomfortable environment. So I mean, a lot of things could have stressed me out. And with my first pregnancy, when things stressed me out, I tried to remember not to stress out. And with this pregnancy, I kind of like forgot, because when you go through a second pregnancy, it's like, well, when I went through a second pregnancy, I didn't really think of, like, because my first pregnancy was so easy, I didn't think of everything that I needed to do, everything that I need to cut out, everything, all of that stuff, because it's kind of like, well, people say you can't do that, but you really can. Like, as far as like eating certain foods or no coffee, like in my first pregnancy, I cut out on a lot of that stuff. And in this pregnancy, I was like, I didn't really have to do that, and I didn't really think to do that. So, and another thing, I didn't think about not stressing, so I did. And I don't know if that's a cause. I'm just telling you guys, so if you're going through what I'm going through, we could think of like similar things that we're going through and maybe like connect the dots. But anyways, yeah, so nothing. Then around, I want to say, was it 16 weeks, I had a pap smear. My doctor told me that pap smear is fine during pregnancy, and my mom confirmed it, and I mean, I would just trust that it's fine during pregnancy. But if I could go back, or if I could give anybody advice, I would say I wouldn't do it during pregnancy, because I don't know, I would just rather not have anything around my cervix area, because my doctor was like, you could if you bleed or spot, like, that's fine, it's just whatever, from the pap smear. So I spotted like 2 days after that, And then I started spotting, like, I was having intercourse before this and I never bled or anything. Then after that, when I did have intercourse, I bled. And then so we just waited it out, and then I wouldn't spot. It would just be really spotting. And then like a few weeks later, when we would try, it would, like, I would bleed like more and more. So we just stopped. So around my 20-week appointment, the last time I had intercourse was like 3 days before my 20-week appointment. I'm sorry if this is too much information, but anyways, the last time I had intercourse was 3 days before my 20-week appointment, and my doctor was asking me, because I was telling her like I was spotting, and she was like, well, have you been having intercourse? Like, if it's within 2 days after intercourse, like, it's fine, it's from that, like, you're fine or whatever. I'm like, no, it's not, but okay. I'm just like, okay. So then after my 20-week appointment, I spotted for like another day, and mind you, this is like 3 days already after the intercourse, so it's like, what's the fine line? And then so we just stopped intercourse altogether. And then like, this is getting close to Christmas time, so I would spot. I didn't spot for like a week, and then I would spot no intercourse. I would spot, and then it would stop, and then I started bleeding like every single night. Maybe like a couple, like a week before, not a full week, but a week before Christmas. So, you know, I just didn't call my doctor, but I was literally bleeding every single night, about a pad full. I didn't put on pads because, like, I don't know, I kind of just wanted it to go away, and I literally would wake up every time I felt it coming out and, like, wipe, clean up, and, like, lay with something, you know, there, a towel down or whatever. And then after Christmas, I called my OBGYN. She said to call her on Monday. So I was supposed to call her this past Monday. She said, like, rest over the weekend, take it easy, don't really do anything. So basically bed rest, and call on Monday. So that's around 23 weeks. Now, I didn't call on Monday because, why didn't I call? I don't know. It was just like the same thing. Like, I'm telling you exactly what's happening. What's going on is I'm bleeding at night, about a pad or two full. And I'm not having any cramping. I barely spot through the day, and sometimes it's like, it's only when I wipe, but sometimes I will spot, like sometimes it will come out, but it's light during the day, like the most is like a panty liner, but it doesn't fill up the panty liner. So that's during the day, and then at night I'll bleed, like, of course it's like throughout the whole night, but it fills up a pad or two. So that's what's going on. I'm telling all this to them. They told me rest over the weekend and call the OBGYN. Now, mind you, I've already been trying to rest because obviously I'm not stupid. Like, if I'm bleeding, I'm gonna rest. Like, I'm not gonna push it. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I never called them back because it was like the same thing, and I didn't really know what they're gonna tell me to do. And I also have an appointment next week. So now it's probably like I have an appointment like in 4 days or something. And they're going to tell me, like, if my sacs have fused. If not, I think my doctor might recommend me to a high-risk doctor, especially because I've been bleeding every single night for probably about 2 weeks now. And yeah, and okay, so everything that I looked up on the internet about this, about sacs not fusing, I've seen people say it's a few things. All of this I seen on Baby Center. So one person said, okay, their sacs weren't fused, then they ended up having their baby at 24 weeks, and now their baby is a healthy 4-year-old, but it was a lot of stuff they had to go through Obviously, at 24 weeks, that's when your baby is first able to even live. Like, if you have your baby at 23 weeks, there's no chance. So at 24 weeks is like a 35% chance of your baby even surviving. So that's just why I'm trying to get to 24 weeks. But so that's one story I've heard. So the baby's healthy now, but she delivered super early. Other people are saying they deliver early. Another girl said that she was working throughout and she ended up having her baby at 30 weeks, but she had a miscarriage. So I don't know like their exact stories or how it happened or what were the signs, but I do know she said she was working a very physical job and her doctor told her that she could continue to work that job, and she did. And so I just know that I need to chill and try not to do too much. It's really hard when you're a stay-at-home mom because like I'm constantly cleaning up. I'm constantly going to get things from downstairs, feed my daughter up and down the stairs, like cleaning up her toys, playing with her, picking her up on the bed, you know. And I'm obviously trying not to do too much. But it is really scary, and I don't really know anybody personally who's gone through this. So I thought I would share my story on YouTube just for anybody who may be going through this. Yeah, so, and then also about the baby, they said that the baby is healthy, the baby is fine. I will insert some pictures of his ultrasounds. And at the end of this video, I will show you guys my pregnancy or my baby bump. But I think that's all. I don't think there's anything else really to update you guys. I've been bleeding, I've been tired, I haven't had really any other symptoms. Yeah, that's it. And I can't really tell when I almost forgot. Another thing is that at the beginning of my pregnancy, but I really think this has nothing to do with it, because at the beginning of my pregnancy, my doctor put me on baby aspirin because I had preeclampsia with my first daughter after I had her. And so she put me on these baby aspirin, and that's supposed to help with that. I thought it was that for a while because I know aspirin is kind of like a blood thinner, and I was thinking it was making me bleed more. But I stopped taking that for like a week and I was still bleeding. So I'm just like, okay, maybe I need to start back taking these. So I started back taking my baby aspirin. So I will let you guys know if I stop bleeding. I don't know if it has anything to do with that at all or if it's just a coincidence. But that is another thing that I do have. Like, the reason why I'm saying everything I do is because you never know what it could be. What it could be that could cause this, or what it could be. Because my doctor doesn't even know. And she's like, it doesn't correlate with anything bad. But when I did my own research, it does. Because people have been having a baby super early. So, y'all, I don't know. That's it. I do take prenatal vitamins. I eat regular how I've been eating. I do eat spicy food. I ate spicy food with my daughter. But I mean, I just eat everything that I'm doing with this baby. I do with my daughter, except for like with my daughter at first I would try not to drink as much pop or like certain things like that, which I really don't think is like gonna fully affect the baby. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know, guys. But if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I will get back to you. Anything. And if you guys want to pray for me, please pray for me because I don't know, any prayer helps. Well, not anybody prayer, but you know. And that's really all I have to say about this, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you guys are going through this, or if you've been through this and you want to help somebody or help me, comment down below. Please DM me on Instagram, anything like that. I don't know, guys, but give this video a thumbs up. Pray for me, thumbs up if you pray for me. Comment, subscribe to my channel to follow my journey. I will let you guys know where this journey is going. It's only going to be good because I just have faith that everything's going to work out. But I do want to share my story for anybody who's going through it to know a little bit extra of like what you should do, because there's really no information out on this. So that's that, guys. Thank you guys for watching. But now I'm gonna show you guys my baby's ultrasounds. Okay, so these are the most recent ultrasounds. This was when we found out it was a boy. I don't really know what's going on. I think that's a leg, that's a leg, that's the little pee-pee, I think. I don't know. This is the baby. Is there any personal information on here? I don't think so. Anyways, but yeah, this was 1209. So this is when I found out that like my sacs weren't fused and things. That's the baby's spine. They said the baby looks healthy. Like literally everything looks healthy. The baby is growing perfectly fine. Little ear on there. Sucking his finger, whatever. I'm trying to find where they it's a foot, spine. You guys can see the specs they were talking about a little bit right there, but maybe they didn't give me a copy of the ones that they showed me. You guys can see some specs in this one in the fluid, but I'm trying to find a picture of like, I think this might be it, like the sacs right there and how they're not fused together. I think that might be it, but I don't know because they showed me on the computer. But those are my ultrasounds, you guys. And I'm gonna show you guys my baby bump. So this is from the front, 23 weeks. This is from the side. My boobs are big, so when I like let them go, it really just looks like nothing, you know. But if you have small boobs, this might be like what your bump looks like. I do also want to say that with this baby, I feel like I'm gaining weight a little more, but like my belly's not getting too big. My doctors did say I was on track, and with my daughter, I didn't start getting big until like literally the end. Like the last 4 weeks are when I gained the most weight. So like around 32, around 34 weeks, that's when I started gaining the most weight and picking up and getting my belly started getting big real fast. So that is that, you guys. Side. I really don't have any stretch marks. I really got all my stretch marks from my daughter, and I use cocoa butter and all that stuff. So I might make a video to show you guys what I do to not get stretch marks while pregnant. Bye.